Hi guys, and welcome back to Heal With Me. I finally did it. I graduated with a bachelor's in psychology. I'm 30 years old. I want to talk a little bit about my college journey and just to give an idea of what I guess my own personal journey when it comes to college, dropping out and coming back again. So when I graduated high school, I graduated in 2010, and from there I went to a community college, and I graduated after 2 years, or maybe it took me 3, who knows. And then after that, I went from a community college to a 4-year college, and that transition was one of probably the most hardest transitions that I've ever had in my life. There was also a lot of things going on at the time as well in my personal life, but just the transition from going from a community college where everybody kind of knew each other, there was clubs, everybody was socializing, and we had there was a strong friend group, and then going into a 4-year school where for some reason everything felt like there was a lot more pressure. There was not a lot of socialization, and I had a lot of friends that went to the 4-year college, friends that I've known years before, even in high school, and for some reason the atmosphere just didn't feel right. And I'm not going to sit here and name colleges that I went through and stuff like that I went to, but just everything felt drastically different, and it impacted my mental health, which led to me impacting my grades. And I wasn't the only one who was feeling this. A lot of the people that went to that particular college, after going to either community college or just starting there as their starting point, they eventually dropped out. And these were very, I would consider them very smart individuals, but something about the culture, or just the way that college in particular was set up, it was just, I don't know, I felt drained and exhausted just being there. After graduating, after dropping out from that 4-year college, I dropped out my junior year. So I had 1 more year left before I can get my bachelor's. And at that time I was doing writing and literature. So my associates, I got it in writing and literature, and I was also pursuing that in the 4-year college as well. And I dropped out, and after that I was just doing, I guess, working different jobs and doing different jobs, and making money, and it was good. And then eventually I got pregnant with my son. So I know that I've always wanted to go back to school and finish, but I had that responsibility of being a first-time mom, a parent, and I had to kind of push it a little bit more, because I was not going to be able to balance that. I was being very realistic with myself. There was no way. And yeah. And then we fast forward maybe a couple of years later in 2020, and I decide to go back during the middle of a pandemic, and everything was remote learning. I know a lot of people probably struggle with remote learning, but I actually liked it. The fact that, I'm still, my son right now, he's only 5 years old, but he was maybe 3 when I started, 3 or 4, around there. And yeah, it was just easier to balance, like, being able to pick him up, drop him off at school, pick him up, and like be able to do my schoolwork. And it was easier to just have that as an option to do remote work. And yeah, I was able to graduate finally with my bachelor's in psychology, which is something that I love. It's something that, this channel is dedicated to. So I think that this is a very important step in my overall journey, even including my healing journey, because it kind of gave me, like, I guess, a sense of like direction, or like knowing where I want to like go with my life. Like, for a long time, even early, like when I was going to college, I kind of just went to college just because. I didn't really want to go because I knew what I wanted to do. I had no idea. I was just going to go. And although I enjoy like school, and I really enjoy learning, there's a lot of people that don't like it. I'm one of those people that I actually do enjoy going to school, writing essays, taking tests. I don't it doesn't really faze me too much. I'm not like extra smart or whatever, but I think that this just gives me, I guess, maybe just more opportunity to figure out which direction my life should go in, and create more goals in order to obtain that place of like where I want to go. So this is for the people who graduated this year. If you graduated in the midst of the pandemic as well, and probably didn't have a ceremony, or if you're delayed a little bit like me. I read a little cap. You know how people decorate their caps? I didn't decorate mine because I'm boring, but I read somebody that decorated their cap, and it said delayed but never denied. And that really like struck a chord in me, because I always thought, like, I'm behind. I always have this like thing where I'm thinking, I'm behind, I'm late, like everybody else has already done X, Y, and Z, and here I am like still trying to figure this out. but I guess that's what it does. I guess it just helps with like the self-esteem, and like I guess feeling more confident when going into the workforce. So hopefully I can reach my goals, the things that I want to accomplish, and hopefully you guys, if you graduated this year, last year, or any year, if you're currently in school and trying to like graduate and do something purposeful and find your footing, I think that that's great, and it's never too late to start. I thought that I was getting to a point where it's like, it's too late, I'm probably never gonna go back, but I feel great for going back and actually finishing and accomplishing something. So to end the video, I'm probably just gonna share a couple of videos or pictures that I took at my graduation, so I hope you enjoy.
Nation of the faculty in accordance with the action of the trustees of the City University of New York. I now confer upon each of you the degree for which you have been recommended. My congratulations to all bachelor's, master's, certificate, and advanced certificate graduates. I now invite all the undergraduates to move your tassels to the left.